What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video, and this time we're reacting to day one of Las Vegas Summer League. A couple teams had a warm-up in the California Classic and the Utah Summer League, but the real deal starts now, and it got off to a good start for the Orlando Magic. All three of their first-round picks from this year and last year came to hoop. Jett Howard showing flashes, going 8 for 15, 5 for 10 from the three, was letting that motherfucker fly. 4 assists, 2 rebounds, only had 1 turnover. His plus minus was plus 31. He wound up with 22. Going against Cleveland, that has not a lot of proven guys, but defensively in the summer league sense, they was that. And he was just getting it from anywhere, shooting a lot of threes off the pull-up, which I think is something Orlando needs. If he's going to crack the rotation, they need somebody that's going to shot create. And given that he didn't play as much last year during the season, spent a lot of time in the G League, he's showing that he's hungry and ready to play. My most intriguing prospect that's coming into the season is Anthony Black. Drafted top 5 last year. I think top 5, top 10. I forgot the exact pick. He was either 5 or 6. But you need him to be that guy. Drafting him that high, you're looking at him to be the starting PG in my eyes. No disrespect to Cole Anthony, because Cole Anthony he's a spark, but I think he fits better coming off the bench. Anthony Black's first game, he went 7 for 9 from the free throw, 6 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from the three, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 3 rebounds. That's why they drafted him. He's lengthy. He can play the passing lane. He can play good on-ball defense. And facilitation has to get up, but mainly they need a guard that's going to score consistently. If he does this consistently all summer league, I'm guaranteed you he's going to come into camp riding an all-time confidence level and more than likely contending for that starting PG spot. He has to fight the likes of Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, and depending on what they want to do with Markelle Fultz, I think he's better at the 2 guard because he's a scorer, not a facilitator. You really looking at Cole and Jalen Suggs as your comps. He wound up with 20 points plus 36 on the point minus, 3 turnovers, which you got to clean up. And then you got Tristan Da Silva, another wing that they drafted, I want to say mid-first round. He went 3 for 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from the three. So all his field goals literally came from the three. But he was calm at the free throw line, knocking down all 4 of his free throws. He had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, plus 31 on the plus minus, wound up with 13 points. So again, the rookies and second year guys coming out with a lot of confidence. With Tristan Da Silva, he was in college for like 3 years. So this is nothing new to him. He's not playing with no jitters. He's not playing with no fear. He's faced a lot of older guys during his time at Colorado. So he's ready to ball and duke it out. On the opposite side for Cleveland, though, the thing that stood out to me most was their first round pick, Tyson out of California. He went 7 for 14, 1 for 3 from the three. He had 8 rebounds and 2 assists. 3 of his rebounds was offensive, 5 was defensive. He came to play. 4 turnovers, though, you got to clean it up. But you could tell, like, off rip, they're giving him the ball. And with Tyson, I think what stood out the most for him was his physicality. Coming out of Cal, he has a nice little physical frame. So he kind of came to try to hoop. And then you got Amani Bates, who I think should be on that roster. I don't think he should be spending time in the G League. I think he needs to be on that roster. They need a forward that can score, and he's it. 2 for 8 from the three. Not the best percentage, but 7 for 17 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw, 3 rebounds. He wound up with 20 points. He's going to give you scoring. Cleveland needs scoring from their 4s and their 3s. I think Amani stands at like 6'9", 6'10", and he has a jumper. A lot of people are not going to be able to guard that. And I've heard he's put on some weight this offseason, which is also going to help his case. Again, Cleveland is a team that's trying to find their identity. They need a bench. I feel like their front five is set with D. Mitch, Garland, Okoro, or LeVert, whichever one you want to go, Mobley, and Jared Allen. Off the bench, you got Max Strus. And that's it. Like I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the rest of their bench. Like that's it. Like their bench is either going to consist of Strus and Okoro or Strus and LeVert. But Strus was starting down the line because, you know, the niggas was injured. But it's like, Strus is like 6'4", size. This league is becoming a lot of, like, size-based. Tyson is another person that may crack the rotation. Because, again, he's another person that wasn't, like, one and done. Experienced college guy. Physical frame. Gonna do what he needs to do. So, yeah, that was my take on the first set of games. Continuing on with the next game, we had Minnesota versus the Pelicans. And honestly, the game was close. It was close for the most part to the very end, but Terrence Shannon Jr., somebody that should have been a top 10 pick in this year's draft. But we know the situation and how it went. To the person that put him through that, go to hell. Simple as that. I just hate motherfuckers that just lie. And motherfuckers tried to ruin his career. And now he's finna show. He's finna show the whole NBA why you should have took him top 10. I could literally give you probably like outside of the top 3. The rest of those picks are debatable. I'm not gonna lie. The rest of those picks are debatable. Outside of Reed, Sar, and Razasha, the rest of those picks are debatable. And I'm happy we got Bazulis. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Chicago fan, so I was high on Bazulis. I thought Bazulis should have been a top 3 pick. But you know, regardless though, yeah, if you pass on Terrence Shannon, he's gonna make you eat that. And came out on a vengeance. 1 for 4 from the 3. But we already knew his shooting is not elite, so that's something that has to improve automatically. He still went 9 for 14 though. Nobody could stop him from going downhill. As long as he could slash, that was gonna be the end all be all. He was getting it however he wanted. He only had 1 steal, but he had 2 blocks, and every time he got out on a fast break, it was curtains. You could not stop him in the open lane. Like, Terrence Shannon is literally everything Minnesota needs off the bench, and I'm confident he can even develop into a starter, even if it's not with them, because you know they kind of have their core already. Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Gobert, Cat, Mike Conley. The person who I think could be a good successor to Conley to take over that PG spot. Even if it's not this season, he's definitely going to be groomed to lead in that role. Rob Dillingham, he went 2 for 12 from the field, 0 for 5 from the 3. It's kind of expected though because of how he plays, and it's like he has to get a feel for the game. But he was active in other areas too, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. So the playmaking was on display. The fact that he's able to crash at 6'2", I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". That they need that. Had to handle something, but continuing on, yeah, basically Dillingham, yeah, I respect the confidence. I'd rather you go out and miss 10 shots in your first ever NBA game than you not to take any shots at all. Because I think that's kind of like the issue that Bronny is facing, who I will get into next. I feel like, yeah, Bronny is in that stage of like he's trying to fill out, like he's trying to get a feel for the game. So Dillingham came out and was basically trying to fill out the game, and he still wound up with a plus-minus of +9. So he wasn't out there getting cooked, defensive liability. He made the most of it, and they won by 7. But Terrence Shannon literally put the game away. Like, he put the game away. On the opposite side, they faced the Pelicans. With the Pelicans, you know, they drafted Missy in the first round. So he got a lot of burn, but he really didn't do much. He only had 6 points. 8 rebounds, though. 8 rebounds. At that size, they lost Valanciunas. So he's probably in good position to take over at the starting center spot for the Pelicans. So he's going to get a lot of minutes. Jordan Hawkins wound up with 18, but went 6 for 21 from the field. Can't do that. I'm pretty sure if he shoots more efficient, they win the game. 2 for 8 from the 3, 6 for 21 from the field, yeah. But again, had a good rookie campaign last season. His minutes was up and down, but they got rid of Dyson Daniels. DeJounte comes in to be your true point guard. They're gonna need somebody off the bench. And if they lose Ingram, again, they're gonna need somebody off the bench. He's like, minutes is gonna be there for him this season. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost confident they'll be there for him this season. So yeah, we'll see. Time to get to the next game, which would be the Lakers versus the Rockets, which was one of the more intriguing games given the prospects in the game. Okay, the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Houston Rockets. Reed Shepherd went from, he was a top 25 prospect going into Kentucky, basically like nobody really knows him. Like, he was a good prospect, but again, like, the expectation is not really high. You don't really expect much out of him. Even like draft boards didn't even have him top 3. Draft boards really didn't even have him top 10. But quickly at Kentucky, he established himself as one of the best shooters in college basketball, next to Jared McCain, in my opinion. Either or, I'm cool with holding that title. His combination of defense, athleticism, and shooting ability made him a top 3 prospect. And he's only 6'3", in a league full of people that's like 6'5" and up. Like, this league values wings. But yeah, he quickly put that noise to bed. So he had a good pre-draft workout process too. Solidified himself as a top 3 pick for the Rockets. Even the pick itself, though, I still kind of question, because they fall in like that Orlando Magic Pistons category of who do you want to be and what are you trying to build. Drafting a point guard top 3 is telling me that you plan on starting him, or he's the immediate backup to Fred VanVleet, because they don't have a point guard. They don't have a point guard at all, unless you're going to start him at the 2. Even then, still undersized ass lineup, because you're going to have to put Jalen Green at the 3. So it's like they're a weird team. I don't know what the Rockets are trying to do. I still think the Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks pickup was fucking ass, because I just feel like if you're trying to build for the future, build up your young guys. Don't bring in people that's trying to win now in a playoff situation. Like, I get it though. Ime Udoka is the coach. He's trying to make playoffs. At one point, they finished the season real strong, so I do think the Rockets would be a team to watch out for this upcoming season. But neither here nor there. Reed Shepherd goes 4 for 6 from the 3. He was pulling that hoe from deep, like from the parking lot, which is kind of scary, to say the least. Confidence is something that's very much key, and he flashed every bit of it. 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 turnovers, which has to get cleaned up. But again, first game, they won by almost 20 points. Made a huge difference. Alongside of him was Cam Whitmore. Cam still has to develop a jumper. If Cam is going to take his game to the next level, he has to develop a jumper, because I feel like that's really what's holding him back. I definitely think he has to develop a jumper. Like, they need that out of him if he's going to be that guy at the next level. Yeah, going 8 for 17, 1 for 6 from the 3 is kind of crazy. But hey, to each his own. He's trying to make it work. But he had a double-double, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. He was everywhere and wound up with 20 points. So, yeah, they needed that out of him. Then continuing on with the Lakers, Bronny James started again. Obviously, everybody's looking to. I feel like when Bronny finally has a good game, because it's coming, it's loading. Confidence is going up. This is by far the game I wanted to see from him. 0 for 8 from the 3. Again, he hasn't had a lot of game reps. USC barely played him. So every game and then he's playing at a higher level now. So every game he's playing, he's filling it out as he goes. 3 for 14 from the field. He came out pretty solid though. Given he was scoring early, it looks like he just slowed down, but he still made himself available. 5 rebounds, no assists, 2 steals. So defensive prowess was definitely showing in the game. I'm going to say it. I'm definitely going to keep saying it, bro. Bronny is not going to flourish at his position until they literally put the ball in his hands. Stop playing Bronny off ball like he's a wing. He is 6. I think they said he's 6'1". He's a point guard. Give him the ball to do point guard shit. That's just really the basis of it all. Stop trying to make him into a spot-up wing, which is not bad, but he's 6'1". Let him facilitate and create, and then you run plays to get him open on the 3. I don't know. But Don Connect showed the flashes. He showed what made him the guy to pick at that spot. Because coming in, he was supposed to be a top 10 pick. How he slipped that far, don't know. But apparently the GMs, it made sense. 9 for 18 from the field, 5 for 11 from the 3. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He wound up with 25 points. But I'm pretty sure on the other end he was getting cooked because his plus minus was -10. So, yeah, it's almost like he gave the Lakers 15 points and gave up 10. So it automatically doesn't matter that much. But it's a start. Because we've seen him in the California Classic. He was kind of trying to get his feel. Him and Bronny have been playing off each other trying to get a feel for the game. Dalton Connect's game just occurred, so I hope he takes that into the next game and builds off of it and doesn't let that deter him and stop him. Max Lewis, another person to kind of watch out for as far as the Lakers. Their draft pick in the second round last year that they traded for. He went 2 for 8, 0 for 2 from the 3, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers. It just seems like the story of the game for the Lakers was a lot of turnovers. Can't win the game when you turn over the ball. Letting Cam Whitmore get 4 steals is even more absurd. But he is a physical guard, so I respect it. Lakers, I'm just going to say, if you want to see production out of Bronny, put the ball in his hands. Stop letting him play off ball like he's 6'7". He's not a wing. He's a guard, a point guard at that. Let him create. But I respect that Bronny's taking shots. 14 shots, I'm happy with that. Because if he cashes half his threes, that's 20 points. If he goes 4 for 8, that's 20 points. Just saying, man. Y'all better watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all better watch out, because Bronny 20 pieces loading. He just really has to get a feel for the game. And he has to keep shooting. 14 shots and 8 threes shows you didn't lack in confidence. It just wasn't falling. So I can respect it. On to the next game.